Hello. Hello. Is this Are we good? Is this thing on? Are are we collectively ready for this stream? Oh my goodness. It's Stolky. He's alive. I mean awake. I mean alive. Wow, he's gonna complain about how you can hear my computer fan going, but I can't do much about that. You'll just have to you'll just have to pretend that the audio quality is good. Use your imagination. What the heck was going on there? Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk about that, shall we? Hopefully I won't spill tea everywhere. Alright. So I hope you brought your beverage of choice. Delicious. I once again have some oolong tea. That's the point. It's supposed to look very professional. And if you're in on the joke, then you understand what it is. And if you don't, well, if you don't get what the joke is, well, then you're gonna be very confused about all this. But you know, that's okay, because sometimes it's okay to be a little afraid of what you're watching. And I try to live by that in streaming. That's my motto of the stream. If it's not frightening, it's not good. And sometimes it can be both. That's when you make the big bucks, is when you're horrifying, but also not good. So the thing with the moderation settings, I haven't really played with much of that, honestly. I haven't really done the things that streamers should do. Okay, so the bot is here today. That's good. He wasn't here last time. A lot of the basic stuff that I had set up a long time ago, and by a long time ago, I mean literally December of 2016 is the last time I've really played around with chat settings or moderation or anything like that. And I don't have it marked for mature audiences, so I guess we'll just have to, stick to being somewhat family friendly to everybody, to the children's, for everybody. So you can't say bad words, but you can direct them my way, and I will ban you. That's how this stream works. Let's play a song. Not that song. A different song. It goes a little something like this. astute of you, I must say. We did a thing last time. Where we came up with the tweet that I would use on the Twitter as a going live notification. Well, not really notification, just the tweet. And Eric came up with the best tweet last time. He said, "Watch me drink my magic liquid. Mr. Keyboard is much louder than me. That's not right. We'll have to make him quiet again. Look, don't sell yourself too short." I mean, it was a good tweet, in my mind. Certainly better than anything that I would have come up with. But let's do that again. That was fun. So until somebody here steps up and decides that they're gonna take control and command of the stream, then I'll just keep doing this. And if you like it, then I guess that's alright, but eventually I'll just make my own. Headphone is in the way. Hold on. Technical difficulties. there is no dab command. But there is a points command. If you find that more interesting. Wait. I forgot what the command is. It might be bucks? Points? Bucks? I don't know. One of them's in there. Just try it. Maybe it's request. I don't know. Oh, what was there it is. That's the one. What was that? Oh. It's sounds better in piano. Let's pull up a piano. So let's just come up with some ideas. Just give me anything. Doesn't have to make sense. Let's just something I can put in the tweet. That's all I need. Because I'm too lazy to come up with ideas. Here's the one thing I was doing. Yes, we're still doing Minecraft. All right, let's put it to the test. Put it to paper, shall we say? Go to twitter.com. I have to pull it up. Twitch.television / let's put it in mystical. Make sure I get it right. Let's put a hyphen there. That seems more appropriate. I'm just gonna stop it at brain meats because you have to keep them wondering what that means. I'm just gonna say tickles brain meats. Find out why. That's the tweet. If you enjoyed it, if you liked it, subscribe. Just kidding. Just retweet it. Give me that Twitter action, that Twitter clout, if you will. That's it. That's all I ever wanted in my life. Thank you for the retweet and the like. Did it go to the right page? Thank goodness. All right, let's play some. We've spent enough time. Well, Eric, enjoy the airport. Thanks for stopping by. That it's time to play. It's time to adjust my microphone. All right. Let's hope. Oh gosh, that's very loud. Let us hope that this works a little better. I can hope. Will it work better? Maybe. Frankly, I do not know. Frankly, I do care. Let's play Minecraft. Enough talk. Minecraft. Minecraft. We're playing it. It's a game for people of all ages, all socio-economic backgrounds. Everybody. Unless you don't like it. In which case, it is not a game for you. So be warned. When we last left off, we were creating life in Dr. Dover's butt cul-de-sac. That was what we left off on. So that's quite the name. Quite the name. Ah, yes, I remember. I remember now. I remember as if it were the 21st of September. We were we came back up from the underground. Uh-oh. Are we okay? It seemed like things took a little bit of a turn there, I must say. Are we good? Are we good? We should still be alive. We good? I sincerely hope we didn't go down. Stream should still be good. But there are bad things around me, and I can't say that I'm too pleased about it. Did we go down? I refreshed right as I saw. We good. Okay. We good. That's good. All right. Let's let's take stock. It's raining, and it's quite loud. The rain is quite loud. Let's just turn that down a little bit. Once again, audio levels are going to be a constant challenge because I don't know what I'm doing. So just imagine. Use your mind's eye to make up for the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. But is it still raining? It appears to be still raining. There is a zombie hot on my trails. I don't know where he is currently, but I don't want to meet him because they changed the combat in this game, and quite frankly, I'm not good at it. So we'll just avoid that for now. Maybe we'll come back to it. That's well, if they had any delusions that I personally, knew what I was doing here as a professional, very pro, very advanced streamer, knew what I was doing. If anybody thought that, I'm sorry to prove you wrong. I'm sorry to be a disappointment, and that's just the state of where we are at. Let's see. We have some iron. Let's just heat that up. Put it in the old oven. Some leaven in the oven. Put that in there. I'm sorry. What was that sound? I don't know what that was. Did you hear that? Did that come across? Because that was a little bit, not gonna lie, a little concerning. I am a little concerned, more than a little concerned, if I'm being perfectly honest. Let's see. Let's take that. Boop. 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 And boop. Boop. Oh, I didn't bring any coal. A boop. And a boop. And a boop. What the heck? Should we read? What is this? Oh, it's like a thing. It tells me what I can make. That's interesting. Fascinating. It's a cheating manual for cheaters. And if there's one thing I am not, it is a man who cheats. Please turn off. Thank you. Alright. What else can we do? We've got plenty of wood. Let's make some stuff. Got a pick. Let's make a shovel. Very nice. Back there. What else? Bucket. Can make one of those. Very nice. Practical things. We make practical things. Let's grab some water from over here. The rain has not gone. That's fine. We'll make do. Let's grab some of the water, like so, as one does. Oh, I didn't even see this. How useful. Guess it wasn't very useful after all, because there was only one. And, oh, it's a turtle. I was like, what creature lies in front of me? Let's go down here. don't die. If that can at all be avoided. The rain has stopped. I can see clearly now. Lorraine is gone. Let's get some kelp that we can eat for days. Oh, we have to wait. Turtle Friend. Turtle Friend has accepted my apology from the last time when I, totally by accidentally hurt their feelings in a way that I, as a person, am not entirely proud of. But we grow in Minecraft. We grow not trees, not the sizes of our homes, not the measure of our wealth in gold, or iron, or diamonds, or me drowning. I am drowning. Barely didn't drown because I am a professional. But we grow as people, as emotionally rich people, human beings in the world, the earth that revolves around our hearts. My dream is that every boy, every man, every woman, every girl, every person in the world plays Minecraft. To grow as people in this life and this cubic one that we find ourselves in. Because who is to say that one Minecraft world is greater in might or worth than the not Minecraft world? And I would say most people are able to make that assertion rather confidently. Uh-oh. Let's just patch that up. Good as new. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is the third one? I'm sorry, what are you? I don't know what you are. I am afraid. I'm just gonna run. Oh my goodness. Let's go back. We made a horrible mistake. That was a bad idea. That's not the button. I am so flustered I've forgotten my controls. Goodbye, everything. We're done. We are quite, this audience is finished. But hey, on the bright side, got a bunch of kelp. Which is nice. I don't know what that was. I am very afraid. Now, a goal that I have personally is to grow, first of all, but secondarily to that is I would like to make a bed, if that's at all possible, so that I can lay my head down to rest, lie on the beach if I can, just if I could just lie my head down. Oh boy, that's not right. Ignore that. If I could just lie down on the beach and sleep forever, just like that. Just lie down. This is the stream now. Let's make it better. Just gonna gonna lie down on this beach here. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just having a little fun in the sun, the beach. Pay no attention to the man. To the man here, now, forever. Pay no heed, no notice, no warning. Pay nothing to me. Hold on. There's a development in here, which is that I have some tea. Shall we play some Minecraft? Oh! Pulled myself up from the sand. Oh, wipe it off. All that sand off of me. Just wipe it right off. Just got a little bit. Oh, you know what? Got a little bit on the microphone here. Let me just very. Yeah. That's good. Just wipe the sand off. Just right there. Just wipe the sand off. That's good. Just wipe the sand off. Speaking very quietly. This is now an ASMR stream. This is now an asthma stream. An asthma stream. I hope you like that. Here. Let me provide more tingles. We're playing Minecraft, but we're taking a very quick interlude to do some ASMR. You like that? Is that good? Here. Let me show you something. Here. Let me show you. Does that sound nice? Does that sound nice? Does that sound nice to you? Here, let me show you something. Here. Hold on. Hold on. If you want more of this content, subscribe to my Patreon and you'll get access to all this and more. this is just the beginning. Here. Do you like that? Let me try another one. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna make this even better. Are you feeling it? I hope everybody's getting their ASMR tingles. Are you feeling it? I hope everybody's getting their ASMR tingles. Are you feeling it? I hope everybody's getting their ASMR tingles. Are you feeling it? The bell will ring at 5 p.m. The bell will ring. Ding dong! At 5 p.m. Hello? The bell Hello? Will ring. Are you there? At 5 p.m. Hello? 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 Good sir. Are you there? How are you? Hello? Hello? It's been ages. Good sir. Are you there? How are you? Well... Hello? Hello? It's been ages. How many years has it been since I saw you? Well, oh my! It's been ages. My word! Has it been since I saw you?
Hoffman, is that you?
Oh my!
Oh, Hoffman,
My word!
it's been years at this point. Oh, how it's jolly good to see you.
My word!
Have you met my wife? Here, Mildred, how it's
Oh,
jolly
sir, you look absolutely the
Have you met my
same
wife?
that you
Here,
looked the last
Mildred,
time.
how it's
Oh, I would like some tea. Absolutely the same.
Yes, of course, I would love some tea.
Last time. Oh, I would like some tea.
Oh, I think
Of course, I would love some tea.
I've breathed in some of that.
Of course, I would love some tea.
I've breathed in some of that. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Don't mind me.
I'm perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Oh, don't mind me.
I'm perfectly fine.
Pete, I'm plumb as a peach.
How are you?
I'm Pete. I'm Plumber's Pete.
How are you?
I'm so sorry. It appears that I'm suffering a rather bad case. I'm so sorry. It appears that I'm suffering. Oh dear, this is quite fortunate. Oh my. It's nothing, sir. Just a bit of undigested porridge. You must see. It's nothing, sir.
Sir, would you like me to call a doctor?
Porridge. Oh no, that would be far too much. Far too much, I'm afraid. That would be far too much.
Oh, my dear husband, I hope you didn't catch what Randy caught the other day. He's not doing too well anymore, is he? Randy
Oh no,
caught
dear,
the
don't
other
bring
day.
that poor unfortunate
He's
soul.
not doing too well anymore,
He
is
passed away this
no,
morning
dear,
with
don't
a rather bad case of gout. He passed away this morning with a rather bad
No, don't mind me, love. I'm peaches are butternut squash. No, don't mind me, love. I'm peaches butternut squash.
Sir, you don't sound that well. Perhaps I should phone.
Don't bother me.
Sir, you don't sound that
Bother me,
Perhaps I
Reginald.
should phone.
Oh, confound you, Reginald. I've spent all my years in perfect health. This is what you decide. Confound you, Reginald. I've spent all my years in perfect health.
Oh no, somebody called the doctor. He needs help. He's seriously ill.
All my years
Oh,
in
dear.
perfect
Oh
health.
no, somebody called the doctor. He needs
Sir, if you
help.
could
He's seriously ill.
all my years.
Sir,
I'm fine. Sir, if you could I just had to blow that out of my nose. I'm perfectly fine. I just had to blow that out of my nose. It's just a bad case of gout. Just like I said, just like I told you. Nothing to worry about. Perfect bad routine. Gout. Just like I said, just like I told you. Oh no, it's hit my lymph nodes. Oh dear, I can feel it rushing up. It's some sort of disease. Oh no, I'm quite unwell. Quite unwell. Oh no,
somebody. Oh no, he's gonna. Oh no, he's convulsing. Somebody help him. Somebody help him. He's gonna. Oh no.
Oh, I don't.
he's
Oh, yes, I'm the
Somebody
doctor.
help
I can
him.
help him.
Somebody help him.
Here, sir, hold this while I calm him down. Doctor, I can help
Calm him down. Yeah. Oh no, dear.
while I calm him down.
Oh no, he's bleeding profusely. Somebody needs to help him.
Oh no,
Here, miss, if you could just apply some pressure to this wound.
Somebody-
Oh no, his knees sprout
miss.
open.
Oh dear, this is
Apply some pressure Reginald,
Oh no,
he needs some water. I can pour over him. Oh, he's got quite the fever. He needs some water.
yes, sir, here.
Over him. Oh, thank you. Quite the fever. I'm going to need some water for him as well. But I do appreciate. Oh dear.
Oh, I'm afraid we're going to have to perform surgery on him. No, I brought an apprentice with me who might be able to help. If you could come in.
Oi, sir, I can help.
Oh, yes, just if you could, as we practice the tourniquet, and did you bring the leech?
Oh yeah, I brought the leeches. They're in the back over here.
Oh, good, very good. Oh, we have to. Oh dear, this is quite
The leeches. They're in the back over here.
good, very good. Not going very well, I'm afraid. If only there was something that could be done here. Something at all. Oh, think. If only there was something that could be done here. Something at all. If only there was some sort of. If only there was some sort of way. If only there was some sort of way that I could. I could help him. Hold on. Some sort of way that I could help him. It is quite warm in here. I must remove my hat. I must. It is quite warm in here. He's quite long gone at this point. He's quite passed out. Oh, this is quite dreadful. Quite long gone. Quite. Let's see. Passed out. Can anybody save this man? I am honestly not very sure. Passed out. Can anybody save this man? I am honestly not very sure. Passed out. Can anybody save this man? I am honestly not very sure.
don't think he's gonna make it. I thought he would, but he's too far gone now. He's too far gone now. There's only one person who can save him. All these years I tried to be there by your side, but now I've lost the fight. I've lost the fight inside of me. Too many times I've tried. Too many times I've tried to save your life, but I know that I'm gone. But I still will try. I'll try and try and try. I'll try until the days are done. I'll try until the day is won. I'll try and try and try some more. I'll try and try every day if I must. Every day if I must, to help you. Try and help you best I can. But the bleeding did not stop on that day. Poor old Wilfred was looking to die on that day. But it was a doctor who tried to save him the best that he could. In his attempts, well, you'll just have to see for yourself. His attempts, well, you'll just have to see for yourself.
Oh no! Oh, I'm quite unwell. Oh! Oh, somebody fetch me some tea. I'm dying.
Oh, sir, no, you can't be dying. It was only last week that you had your heart transplant.
I know, but it wears so thin so quickly. It's just not the same as the old ticker. Oh, if there's anything I can do, sir, in your final moments, just tell me, and I will do my best. I do appreciate it. You've been there all these years for me. I only wish that I could have returned the favor. But now it's too late. It's too far gone. I just want you to know that I have always appreciated you. Through thick and thin, from the beginning till the end. You were a loyal and true friend to me. You were a loyal and true friend to me. And I want you to know that. in these final moments that we've
I want you to know
that we've gotten to share together. And I would have it no other way. That you and I were friends until the... Oh my goodness! Oh, it hurts so badly. I'm in such tremendous pain. It's honestly more than I can bear. Goodness. Oh, gosh. Honestly, good King George, I'm in pain. Ugh. Good. It's like somebody took a sword and put it in fire and put the fire in the sword and shot an arrow through my wound and poured salt over it and threw me into the ocean for 1,000 years and then pulled me out again and said, "Oh, how you doing, Harry? Is everything all right?" No, it's not bloody all right. I've got a wound in me. I'm dying of gout. Oh, it's not bloody all right. I've got a wound in me. It's not all right. Oh, it's not bloody all right. I've got a wound in me. I'm dying. It's not all right. It's just not fair. I'm just so annoyed. And I don't know why. Oh, yeah, of course I know why. It's because I'm dying. How many years have I left? How many years have I tried to live by the doctor's request? Heaven knows I've tried. I've spent all my years in here, kept up, locked down in fear. All my years I've spent alone, and now look at me, how far I've grown. It's just not any fair. They seem to show no care, no way they've lost. Inside they know, heaven knows I've tried. But it seems to be the way I know. It seems to be the love they've shown. Seems to be all that they've known. Well, it's not enough. I'm bloody grown. I'm just so mad. Looking at them in fear makes me mad. All these years I've spent alone. Watch how far I've grown. I've spent years talking to the best of the best. Oh, doctor, don't protest. They know how much I've tried. They know every diet tried. They've told me ketosis, the Grand Caribbean, the best diets around. And what did that get me? Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, it just makes me bloody angry.
All these years I've tried to get him to eat real nice. He's never stuck to a diet twice. In one day he broke it with rice. How many times must I try to tell him that he's not right? But he doesn't care, he doesn't seem to notice that he's getting fat and really not in ketosis. But now it's okay. Now it's all swell. He's not eating well. And now he's gonna burn in hell. But I can finally marry myself a good husband who will listen to me when I tell him that you can't eat chocolate cake every day of the week if you're trying to get rid of your diabetes. It's ridiculous. Finally, fine. Go ahead. I don't care. I've already given as much care as I possibly can. I've spent days, weeks, years trying to get him to eat well and... Oh, yes, I'll try next week. No, you bloody won't. I'm tired of it. If you wanted to live, you would have done it yourself. And I'm done living for you. So you better get dead quickly so I can find myself somebody who will treat me correctly. I just want things to end. I just want things to go back to the way they were before. My papa's not doing well. He's not doing swell, but that's okay. Mama says we'll get somebody new, but I don't really think that's rude. I think that's rather swell. Maybe that's just my opinion, but you know what? I can't tell you anything else. I'm but a tiny child. I can't even see no key to save my life.
Meanwhile,
Oh no! Oh, it's so bloody painful. The tears, the lies that I've told. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh, the humanity! Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, it's just too much. Oh, it's too much to spare. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, love, please be by my side, please.
Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis? Merry Crisis? I'm healed. I'm finally properly healed.
that's the story. Wow. Hold on. I need to... Hold on. Everybody clap. We're clapping. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, tale for the ages. Everybody clap. Oh, that's a wonderful time. Wonderful time. Oh.
Great story! Oh my goodness, I like the part when he's got the chocolate cake.
Oh, a hearty tale to be sure. Oh, one that Charles Dickens would have written if he was still alive this day. Oh.
Wow, great. Wow, what a wonderful time! Yay!
And a wonderful time was had by all, and all the children rejoiced, and all of them they were healed. Everyone was healed, and there was a mighty people that were very happy and pleased. It was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time. There was a mighty time was had.
Wow, and there was much rejoicing. Wow,
It was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time. There was a mighty. That's quite loud.
Wow, and there was much rejoicing. But then we have to deliver the moral of the story. Oh gosh, that was mighty loud. But thank you for the bits. In the end, there was only one thing that mattered. The family. And that's what I have to say.
Hey kid! You forgot to do the ad reel. You gotta thank our sponsors.
Okay. And the second most important thing is Brannigan. Brannigan's Law. Because he gave bits. And he gave a sub. And everybody knows that every time Professor Whom gets a sub, a man with diabetes is cured. That's not true, but it is if you believe in Christmas and the spirit of giving and giving to Professor Whom. Give me money. Give me all of your money. Please. I just want to sell bath water on the internet. This is all I've ever wanted. This is all I've wanted to do with my life. This is it. Guys. Guys. I just want to sell bath water on the internet. Can't a man sell some bath water on the internet? That's all I want to do. Jeez. Just think about it. I just take myself a bath. And there's all this water in here. All the water in the bathtub. And what do I do with that water? Nothing. Nothing about nothing. Ain't nothing that gets done with that bath water. I'll tell you what. Goes down the drain. That is wasted opportunity. I saw some people on the internet that were selling bath water. And it got me thinking that's a brilliant idea. Some people don't have bath water. Some people have regular water. And I won't stand for it because in my country, where I'm from, ancient Mesopotamia, we didn't have bath water. We didn't have water. We had Aztec gods who would accept our blood sacrifice in exchange for a good harvest. But I'm just trying to say that if I were to sell some bath water on the internet, and I want to do it today, I should be able to do that as my God-given right. And some people want to, some people want to tell me that I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm telling them, I'm going to tell them something about my freedoms as an ancient Mesopotamian Aztec. I was born into the land of ancient Mesopotamia, and back when I was a kid, you didn't have the ability to have bathwater. That is a luxury. That is a luxury for you kids who were born after the Mesopotamians did all the work for you. I don't think there are many folks around that still think that this is right. I mean, this is quite simply put, it's not right. I don't know what to say about it. It's not right. So let me put it this way.
let me put things a little bit more simply in layman's terms. You take a bath. Okay, I'm gonna use the term bath water because if you think of things like a shower head, and you know the water comes out of the shower head, things work a little differently, right? Think about this. This is your bath. You take a bath. Fill up with water. And for the sake of demonstration, I can't show you that water because that would make a mess because this is paper. And as everybody knows, paper holds water very well, but I'm not very careful with it, so I spilled it all over my keyboard. And nobody wants that, especially not me. So think about it this way. Right, you've got bath. You take a bath. It's full of water. It's full of your DNA residue. And you take that bath, and it's just a pool of water. You get out of the bathtub, and you have the soapy liquid water, and it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there, right in your tub, and you're not doing anything with it. So what do? You get out of the bathtub, you dry yourself off, you put clothes on. You know, if you're a responsible citizen, you'll put your clothes on, and then you dry yourself off, and then you just have a bath full of water. And it you know, there's so many things you could do with that bath water. You could make tea. That's what I do. You could bathe your kids in that same water. But then you end up with a secondary issue, which is what are you going to do with that bath water? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how much you want to use it. You can dump that water in your toilet. I mean, certain aspects of it could be, useful in that regard. There's a lot of things that could be done with that bath water. Well, you see. If you take the bath water and you make tea with the bath water, you don't just put the bath water in the tea because then it'll taste like soap. You don't want it to taste like soap. That's not good tea. Nuclear bath water. Let me sell you fossil fuel bath water. If you take that bath water and you boil it down like we used to do in ancient Mesopotamia with all of our water that we had from blood sacrifice that we collected outside, like we grown adults used to do, then that's fine. It's fairly standard normal practice. And if you want to do that, that's fine. That's your ancient Mesopotamian God-given right. Fine. Do it if you will. Here's what I would like to do with my bath water. I'd like to take the bath water, this metaphorical bath water. I would like to funnel it up like so. Well, like a taco type thing. And you go like this, and you pour the bath water into a cup. Now, you might be thinking, what are you going to do with a cup full of bath water? Are you going to drink it? No, that's disgusting. You got to boil it first. Here's what you do. You take it, and you put it, and you bottle it up, just like your emotions, just like those feelings that you've got deep inside that you've never really forgotten about, but they're there, and you don't really have the emotional maturity to deal with those feelings, so you just go and bottle it up. You gotta go like this. You gotta go bottle it up. Just take that right there and bottle it up. That's how we did it in ancient Mesopotamia, and I'll tell you what, it worked out for them pretty well. Bottle up those emotions. Bottle them up. But I would like to take that a step further and sell it online to people on the internet that would buy the bathwater, and people are throwing up a big old fit about bathwater being sold. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's regulation. Maybe too many people are spending too much time regulating bathwater that's being sold on the internet. It's very possible. I personally am not too familiar with that market, so I can't speak too conclusively on the goings on of bathwater. But I must say, personally,
I must say that there is just a level of, insecurity in some people that, they only want a certain kind of bathwater, the right kind of bathwater, not that wrong kind of bathwater. Some people like it soft, some people like it hard, some people want to buy it on the internet. And you know what? Power to them. Power to them. That's your ancient Mesopotamian given right. But you should be able to do that. And I think that should be a thing that people can do. Guaranteed. Exactly. Pre-owned bathwater. Guaranteed to work. It worked the one time. It's essentially quality assured bathwater. Quality assured bathwater. That's essentially what it is. If I did, then you know what? So what? They're probably going to do the same thing. I just did it first. And you know what? If people find that offensive, they don't have to buy the bathwater. That's all I've got to say. That's it. There's really nothing else to add. It's just very simple. Well, anyway, let's get back to Minecraft. The game that we were playing. Remember that game? The one that we started streaming? Yeah. We've made it back. Full circle. It was a very long tangent, but we made it. We made it back. We made it all the way back to Minecraft. I wanted to read this. I actually didn't know that. I thought that he just kind of picked words. The story I heard about why he talks that way. Christopher Walken, by the way. Why he talks that way is he likes to emphasize words. That's what I had understood. Is that he just removes all punctuation from his script and he finds his own cadence. But I guess that makes sense if he's that's the rhythm that he is most used to. I spent not enough time to be really good at, but just enough time to think I'm really good at a Christopher Walken impression. I workshopped that impression for at least 2 weeks. A whole 2 weeks of nonstop listening to Christopher Walken speak, so that I could mimic him with absolute perfect ease. And I didn't do that. I didn't accomplish that goal that I had set out to do. Unfortunately, but I think I did pretty well. It's a really interesting thing when you try to mimic the way that a single person speaks, because you can sort of have general things. I'd say I got in the ballpark. I think if I can be so self-indulgent, so brash in my claims, I would say that I'm better than I got it to be better than a lot of people do a Christopher Walken. But that comes with the caveat that, of course, not a lot of people do very good Christopher Walkens. There is sort of like a tier to Christopher Walken impressions, like a 3-tiered setup where you have tier 1 is the people that are like, I'm a Christopher Walken. Let me tell you how to do a Christopher Walken impression. There are people that do that, and people that enjoy that type of thing, where they just talk like a really exaggerated version, and it doesn't sound like Christopher Walken. Yeah, that's the low tier, where if you're at parties and you're with enough intoxicated individuals, you can pull that one out, and people are like, wow, that's funny. It doesn't sound like Christopher Walken, but it's funny. And then there's the second tier, which is the one that I kind of found myself in, which is where you get certain aspects of the impression pretty well. like some of those cadences, some of the rhythms, and like the different ways that he speaks. You can sort of get that pretty well, and that's when you start to pick up on things, and that's when you can sort of that's when you're comfortable like thinking in Christopher Walken, in Christopher Walken's voice. Like, if you, this is a thing that a lot of people struggle with, myself included, because it's a hard thing. Like, if you're trying to do a different accent than the one that you possess. Like, good example is what I just did, where I'm talking a lot like this. I went through like 7 different stages of that voice in the period of talking, because it shifted. Because it's really hard to nail down a particular way of saying stuff, to just like to make it comfortable, where everything you say sounds like it's coming from the same voice. Otherwise, it sort of shifts around a little bit. Like, your accent will kind of drift in and out, and even when it does stick to the same accent, like, the voice will change and other aspects will sort of shift around. So that's where I was like, oh, I am close, and then kind of going around. like it goes places, and that's just a normal thing, because you're fighting it, right? Because even when you're talking, even when you're speaking with what you would consider your normal voice, you're always doing things that are different. Like, you don't have, your voice isn't 100% consistent all the time. Sometimes I'll go up here, sometimes I will go down here and emphasize my point. Other times I'll be somewhere in the middle, somewhere lower, whatever. It's just different ways of speaking, and you kind of fluctuate between them naturally when you're not thinking about it. And it's really hard to get those same fluctuations when it's not your voice and you're trying to do a different voice. So, like, and this is going to be, cringe is an appropriate term to use, even though I don't particularly agree with it for many things. But, like, be warned, this is the territory that we find ourselves in. It's like, if I try to go and I try to talk in sort of an English-ish London accent, you can sort of already see that things are slipping. They're kind of going up a little bit and then kind of going back down, but it's struggling to find footway. It's not comfortable. It's not entirely comfortable. It's not bad. But it's nobody's going to be fooled listening to this and think, wow, this guy, he talks like he's from the United Kingdom. Of course, no, it's not. It's a little bit comfortable, but you can see that it's already starting to shift around and, sort of get a bit more northern and maybe a little bit Scottish. Yeah, you can see we're kind of going places. Yeah, it shifts around. Daniel Day-Lewis is just yeah. There are, and that's like the top tier of Christopher Walken impressions, is like the people that just know exactly how to slip right into it. And that's what, like, the goal of doing an accent is. It's not necessarily sounding like them, it's being able to talk like they would talk. So without further ado, let me give you my Christopher Walken. See, the thing about Christopher Walken, and like I said, it's a second tier impression. It's not the cream of the crop. It's just okay. Not good, but not entirely bad. Just okay. With Christopher Walken, everybody knows the way he talks like this. This is the thing people do the most, and certain actors that go and do the same thing every time when they do a Christopher Walken impression is they just do this kind of voice and they emphasize every word, sometimes multiple ways. But that's like upper third tier And it's not that the person's like bad at impressions. It's just like that's the crowd pleaser. Like that's the one where people are like, wow, that sounds just like him. It's funny. And it's not inaccurate. It's just not nuanced. Because then when you get to like a nuanced Christopher Walken impression, you have to be very good to be entertaining. Otherwise, it's just okay. It's whatever. But yeah, there are people that can just sound just like him, and he has such an interesting way of speaking because there's like all these different influences in it, where it's like sort of this, you know, Brooklyn-y, New York, like that type of area, but it's not like situated in a like New York-ish accent. It's in like that area. I don't know exactly where he was sort of raised in, but you can hear the influence in it, but it's not like it's not like a Brooklyn accent or, you know, a generalized New York accent. It's just elements of that. And just getting into like the cadence and the way the rhythm that he speaks with is just like really interesting because he has like these levels like everybody has when they're talking, generally speaking, is like
when it gets low, gravelly, and he tells you something you don't want to know because it's frightening. He's trying to scare you. Just a little intimidation.
You know, he'll get down and do stuff like that. In addition to just sort of talking
like this and being part of that. And then he'll go up. In some ways, that's even more frightening because he's suddenly higher energy. He's suddenly very intense, very theatrical, and that is also frightening because the way he situates himself in, you know, very particular types of roles, you know, most people know him to do. You know, he'll do something like Peter Pan or The Jungle Book when he'll be like, "Ooby doopity dee, you want to be like me?"
And he'll do like his Broadway type thing. And he'll show that theatrical side. But aside from that, you know,
he's known for being very, very direct. Very, I'm going to look you in the eyes. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you what you need to do for me. If you want to get the thing you're trying to get. Otherwise, what's the point? You got to think before you act. Otherwise, well, you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat.
That type of thing. That's the fun part, is that it's not just the cadence, it's not just the
weird way that he talks.
It's all of that. And the Scottish immigrant mother and the German immigrant father, and was born in Queens. Yeah. It's such like this beautiful like cross-pollination of different things, and it's a very unique way of talking, and I'm just fascinated by that stuff. Just as a form of hobby, I find it's really interesting to like think not only of like the way somebody talks, but like the sort of behind the scenes aspects of it, like, oh, where were they born, where are they from? And sometimes you find these really interesting like parallels of like, oh, this person doesn't talk like anybody else in the town that they're from. Why is that? And then you'll have people that do kind of share, like, that will sound like they're not from a particular place. Like if somebody's like in the deep south, but they don't really have a southern accent, but they'll pronounce a few words differently. They'll do it with like that sort of southern twang, even if it isn't their like predominant accent or way of speaking. Just fun stuff like that. And Christopher Walken is a very, very interesting case study for that particular thing. Yeah. When he sings, it is very, like, he has, I could be wrong, but like I'm pretty sure he has like a very, like a very good sort of Broadway, like theater-ish training. Like that's, I think, what he did before. Like he did like tap dancing, I know, for a while, but like yeah, he sings with that theatricality of Broadway, and that's something that you do, like you hear it when he talks sometimes. Like you'll hear that same level of theatricality because that's just part of his personality. And it's just like all these different layers, and like it's really interesting when you try to boil down why somebody sounds the way that they do. Like, why does Christopher Walken sound like this? And then you ask that question, and then you're like, how do I boil that down into a single impression of Christopher Walken? And then you find like all these weird things where it's like, yeah, people will use this one particular thing that he does a lot, but he doesn't actually do it all that much. So if you're trying to sound like Christopher Walken, and this is why I said that it's really difficult to be entertaining and also like try to nail down a particular impression, is because the characteristics that people find recognizable are always like a caricature, right? I mean, it's just funnier that way. It's more entertaining if you're doing like a Christopher Walken and then you're going emphasizing every other word, because like it's just something in your brain where you're like, oh, that's funny, that's Christopher Walken. It doesn't sound just like Christopher Walken, but you find the entertainment out of that. But if you're trying to like boil down the way somebody talks and like you're like really trying to key in and like faithfully react that same way, it's really interesting. Because like it's really hard to boil down a way that somebody talks, and then like if you do it for a while, and this is what I noticed at the time, I was better at it. I wasn't like great, but I was better. Is that like you can slip into the way that person talks with way greater ease, and like you'll find that it's like just so easy to slip into the way Christopher Walken talks. And like I think different actors have like mentioned this sort of like in like interviews where they're like, oh yeah, I just end up talking like Christopher Walken sometimes, unintentionally. I just find myself walking around the house and then being very threatening to the people around me, unintentionally, of course, but and it's just one of those things where your brain kind of does the math for you at some point in terms of like your normal voice. Because like why do you talk the way that you talk? I mean, people have like a definitive answer for this, I'm sure, but like why do you say the words the way that you say them? Because you certainly aren't thinking of the way you're saying the word, and part of it is intrinsically related to how you learn those words and the people around you, how you learn that language, of course, so the way you like pronounce things. But like why do you speak in like the same range that you do, or why do you accent different things differently? It's like once you think about that, it's like once you think about like the way you talk in a conscious fashion, it becomes really weird, because like there and I think there's like sort of disorder, I guess, perhaps not the best terminology to use, where people don't have that like normal voice. They don't have a voice to fall back on. Like I don't know if it's that they're always trying to sound like somebody else, but they just don't have like a normal voice that they rest back into. And it's a thing I don't know all that much about, but just another interesting thing to know. Cuddle Bear Ally, how are you doing? Whoa, what was that? Whoa, what was that? Excuse me. Thank you for the follow. I hope you are doing well this evening, afternoon, whatever. Or Allie. Okay, Allie. That makes sense. I was like, you're an ally for the Cuddle Bears of the world? And I would salute you for that. 11 p.m. What time is it now? Over here. It's almost. Well, we're getting close to 1. 1 in the morning. 1 in the a.m. times. Far past evening. Yes. Indeed. Yeah, exactly. In terms of like trying to sound like somebody, like the characteristics of it, with like Shatner or Mickey Mouse or really any number of characters. It's a really fascinating thing. If you're a big nerd, it's very fascinating. And if you're oh gosh, I'm gonna die because I don't know how to do combat in this game. If you're a big nerd like I am, you'll find yourself picking up on things that other people say. Like if you watch, especially if you're on Twitch a lot, and you watch like a few streamers a lot, you'll find that you'll end up saying things that they say, or like you'll pick up on different mannerisms, like subconsciously. I'd be curious if anybody else experiences this, or if I just spend far too much time on Twitch. Could be both. Could be the latter. You end up picking up on those mannerisms and kind of making them part of your own speak. But you also find yourself slipping into, or at least I do. I think this one is probably more specific to me. Is that you find yourself slipping into the way that they speak. Like if there was this one particular example where I watched like a whole bunch of the Vlogbrothers on YouTube. I watched like many of their videos. I think I made it through like half of them at the time. This was a few years ago, so there were fewer episodes to get through, but like I watched a ton of them. And I found very quickly that I would be talking like Hank Green, and I would be trying to come across making my point the same way that he would. And, you know, that's not an impression of Hank Green. Yeah, I do sound a lot like John Green. That's another thing. Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I don't know. Yeah, it gets picked up very quickly, and it's really weird. It's really weird. It's really weird to like to separate those things after they've happened. Like by the time you've noticed it, it's probably too far. You're probably too far gone. It's all over. I have never read any of his books. I just know him from the videos that I've watched, which were mildly entertaining, and I never finished them, but especially if like you spend time on YouTube or Twitch, you'll find yourself slipping into those things, and like once they're, and I think this is a pretty like new phenomenon, because if maybe it would be like you watch TV a lot and you sounded like whoever you watched on TV. I guess that might be like a similar thing. But if you're spending hours like listening to a stream, even if you're not talking, even if you're not really paying a whole lot of attention 100% of the time, especially if you're like lurking in the background, but you can still like hear what they're saying, you'll start to pick up on those things. And like as soon as you notice it starts to get weird, that's when things get weird, and you'll just catch yourself doing similar mannerisms or whatever. At least I do. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I just need help. But we all know that deep inside, every one of us, there is a Vlogbrother somewhere. Maybe it's a podcast, you know, whatever it is, it will get, at least in my case, it'll always get picked up eventually. Like this happened with Christopher Walken, and to an extent, it never left. There's always a little bit of Walken in my talking, and there's nothing I can do to get rid of that. And I think that's an interesting thing interesting thing. That's the phrase of the evening. I think that's an interesting thing to think about in terms of like what is your voice, because you'll pick up on these mannerisms, but once you strip all the mannerisms away, like maybe you're like, isn't that all you do with language? You just pick up on what other people have done, said around you, and then you adopt it, and then you forget that you adopted it. So like, when does the madness stop? When is anything ever yours? Is anything ever yours? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, it'll happen. It's a mix of horror and very slight amusement, but mostly abject horror. Well, that went better than I expected. So ravine? Oh, it's not. This is not going super well. Okay, that could have gone better. Also could have gone much worse. So now I expect that by the end of the stream, everybody will sound just like me, and you will finally adopt my humor as you were meant to, and you will become like me, and I will lead you into the world so that you might spread my stream, and tell your friends to watch the stream and sub, because I want to sell bathwater on the internet, and you can quote me on that. But you see, even if you can't hit the tone, you can still get the cadence. Cadence of Hyrule. That's the moral of the story. Is I want to sell bathwater on the internet, and it would be great if you could enable me in that regard, please and thank you. Signed, yours truly. Speaking of voices, that whole Downton Abbey thing that I did earlier, that did a number on my voice. Oh boy, it in a surprising, very shocking turn of events. Trying to fake coughing and then actually coughing, really not great. Not great. Don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. I rate that 0 out of 10 stars, if you were curious. I think what in the world?